Why did you doubt? Are you going to leave also? Who touched me? The questions of Jesus are not reflective of his lack of knowledge. Questions from God instead reveal to us the true nature of our heart and our motives. You ever find yourself explaining stuff to God like he doesn't already know? Are you the only stranger in Jerusalem? How do you not know about the things which have happened? And I love this. I love how Jesus engages, not offended by their lack of belief, not upset by how quickly they're going back home, not irritated that they weren't at the tomb. Jesus engages in the conversation. Why? Because that's what friends do. What does Jesus say in John 15? I don't want to call you servants, I call you friends. Why? Because friends are invited into knowing the master's business. See, the disciples want answers, but what they need is nearness. The disciples want guarantees, but what they need is faith. The disciples want expectations, but what God offers them is a conversation that will draw them in and leave them transformed for all of eternity. Now watch this. People say stuff like this: God, just explain how this is all going to work out and then I will be okay. See, the problem with that theology is that you are only okay until the next unexplainable event. And life is filled with the unexplainable. It is filled with events and experiences that lack the answers we so desire. But allow me to challenge your thinking today. You don't need more information. Instead, you need a fresh revelation of the nearness of the God-man, Jesus Christ. See, when God is near, I realize I don't need answers as much as I need relationship. And what he offers me in his presence is enough, because in his presence there is fullness. See, the Bible says I need a peace that passes my understanding, a hope that is anchored in heaven, a mind that is set above, and a faith that endures. But never once does it say I need answers to all of life's questions. I think oftentimes we operate as like the supreme deity. Like God somehow is indebted to me. Oh, when I get to heaven, I will find Jesus. I got a list of questions. No. That kind of burns up in his presence. That's that sweet smelling fragrance unto him. You know what a sacrifice of praise is when you don't understand, but you still choose him. God, I don't have answers. I don't have it. You know, after 10 years of doing this church planting thing in Seattle and it growing and God doing all this amazing, I got more questions today than I have answers. I got more questions than when I started. Who, what, where, when, why, how. I don't know if I have good answers for any of those. But what I found is this, you know, when Paul talks about the gospel, he says it's a mystery to behold, not a mystery to explain. And I think we need to be drawn into the mystery of a God who is so much bigger than the finite limitations of our mind, that we don't operate as if he owes us answers to all of life's questions. In fact, he owes me nothing, I owe him everything. He does not owe me answers, I owe him fidelity and faithfulness in every season of life. No, his ways are not my ways. His thoughts are high, but no, I don't